the end of the season, just what you guys are going through right now? You're gonna move, you think about it?
Disappointment, obviously. You know, I think it's still setting in really. But I'm sad because I think we had a really good squad this year. And you know, every year there's change and careers don't last forever too. So when you know you have a good squad, then you want to achieve something with that squad. So that's the first thing that kind of sticks out to me. But yeah, I mean, you know, I thought we wanted it today. We were dominant throughout the whole game. You know, you can't fault that effort. I don't even know the stats, but I mean, I barely even touched the ball all game. So just needed that final little thing up front to make it count. And unfortunately, we weren't able to do that. But I'm proud of the guys for fighting the whole way, and that's a characteristic of the squad and of this franchise. And it's going to be going forward, regardless of who's here.
Jeremiah, I think I saw you.
Yeah, Cristian, obviously this is the earliest you guys have been out. What is the general feeling right now?
Well, I think bitter end to the season, right? I think this last game was an example of, or a summary of our season, right? You start off hot, you continue hot, you go from first to second, second to first. You're on top of them, we're on top of the West, and then you see a decline in the last 6 or 7 games, which was like our PKs, right? So, you know, today was a real summary of our season, I think. And it's really unfortunate, you know, like Steph said, we have a really good team. I think injuries got the best of us. And you know, we were lacking that final product in the last 6, 7 games. So it's unfortunate because I thought we played well today. And then soccer is, you know, PKs are PKs, you know, you can't fault the guys for the amount of work that they did today, that they did all season. So just bitter the way it ended.
Miko?
Cristian, did you guys expect what you guys saw out of Real Salt Lake and how deep they were playing and how much precision they gave you guys?
For sure. You know, we thought that they would be in a mid block to low block at times, going from a 4-2-4 to a 4-4-2. It's very direct. I didn't think that they wouldn't get a shot on goal, but the amount of work that they did to close any space, you know, prevent passing lanes, was difficult. And you know, credit to them, they played their game plan. But in the end, we did expect what RSL brought today.
Other questions in the room before we go upstairs to Zoom? Yeah, right here.
You guys think you guys could have done something better today to get a better outcome?
Of course, there's always stuff you can do better. You strive for perfection, but you're not able to achieve it. And, you know, I think today, like I said, we had a lot of possession, we had a lot of crosses, but we have nothing to show for it. So there needed to just be something that made any of that count. And in football, it's goals that make that count. And we weren't able to find that, obviously. So, and then like Cristian said, PKs, you know, there's a way this game needs to end because guys were leaving it out all on pitch, and you can't go on indefinitely. Like, you know, people were cramping, and so I mean, we put in a heck of a shift. They made it as hard as they could, and so you've got to give them credit too. But with everything that we were able to achieve, with the possession, with the crosses, there just needed to be that one thing that was going to really make that count, because otherwise it's just a stat. It didn't really matter, and that obviously didn't help us today.
Matt will.
MLS Cup final in 2016. And then kind of as a follow-up, how difficult is it for a goalkeeper whenever you haven't had very much action at all to then lock in and be a part of a shootout like that?
I mean, I think it's harder if you haven't been asked to do anything and then there's something in the run of game at the very end of the game, for example. Shootout is a shootout. You do your scouting. You know, we had scouted their takers as a goalkeeping unit. We knew what they preferred for the most part, and were able to guess a few right. Then unfortunate, obviously, with what happened there, and you know, at the end, you know, it's a game of inches, and it sucks. But those are the games I want to be part of. The ones where I don't have to do anything. That's a credit to the squad in front of me. You know, to be able to keep an opponent in their own half for 120 minutes and make them defend with their lives is exactly how I want to play the game. So yeah, that's all I got. Did it remind me of 2016? No, not really. I feel like I was more in the game, involved in that one. And obviously that was the final, which is another story. But yeah, maybe a bit of Timbers PK shootout that we, you know, lost as well, and we need to respond next year, hopefully the same way as we did on that one. You know, I mean, obviously the disappointment is there for everybody, but you know, one guy's gonna miss, and it's not that he lost it for us, and I think he knows that we don't have to tell him that. We put in a heck of a shift today and had a really good year for us, a really good pickup and addition for this squad. So I don't even think we have to assure him that he puts any extra blame on himself or anything like that. So we win and we lose as a team, and that doesn't really have to be said in this squad. I think Schmetz always says that, you know, that we achieve what we want to achieve as a squad, and we view it as such. And when we falter as a squad as well. So I'm not worried about him.
And I'll end it with, although this was disappointing and, you know, we lost the way we did at home, it was a successful season without any trophies won. And that's hard to say because we expect so much as a club. We had to deal with a lot of injuries, you know, guys in and out because of national team, COVID, just a difficult year altogether. And I think the group came together. The amount of guys that played a part this year was, I think, unprecedented. So although we didn't win anything, you know, I want to end this in the right way, in a positive way, because we had to deal with a lot, and I think the team came together, and I think we're better for it.
But just, you mentioned how good this group has been. You know, looking into next season, how key is it? I mean, players come and go, but how important is it to retain, have a big portion of this team to just continue to be together for next season?
It's always beneficial to have people that have experience within the organization and stay here, and maybe you can, you know, ensure that the high standard that we do have here keeps going. Also bring these experiences over into the next squad. You know, you don't want to forget this loss, and so when players come that didn't get to experience it, you want to make sure they understand what it meant, and that it, you know, we need to grow from it and get better from it, even though those players were not there and weren't part of it. So I'm not worried. I think our staff always does a good job of making sure that we have a good mix, whether it's, you know, experienced veterans that have been there for a while, younger guys, hungry guys, maybe bringing in a couple guys from other places in the league that have experience, and so I'm sure we'll have a good squad together next year that we can hopefully make a push for it, and like I said, respond the same way as we did after that Portland loss. That was devastating that time, and we were able to find a way to motivate the next year's squad and do it next year.